Hey RCers, welcome back to the channel. A while back I got this Subotech ready to run 1/12 scale monster truck. And I ran it once. We got a run video up of it. We got an introduction video up of it. And now I'm going to upgrade this truck to a brushless system. Now, of course, I didn't pay a whole lot of money for this at the start, somewhere around $50. And what I want to do is upgrade it for less than $50 more. So the total in this truck will be somewhere around $100. And see if it's a good basher or if you're wasting your money. So what I've done is I have bought a brushless motor, ESC, some shocks, a receiver, a new gear, and a new servo. Now the reason I had to get a new servo is this truck has a ESC that has 4 wires to the servo instead of 3. A receiver, same. The receiver is actually built into the ESC. So what we're going to do today is put all of this into this Subotech. But I paid $23 for the motor and the ESC. I paid $11 for the shocks. I paid $7 for the steering servo, $9 for the receiver. I already have a Flysky, so I'm going to got a Flysky receiver. So 23, 11, 9, 7, 23 and 7 is 30, 41, 50, and then I bought a gear. It was $4. So I got $54 of materials and a $50 truck. And we'll see if we can turn it into what you could get for probably about $170 to $200 brushless system. Okay. The motor is a 2838 4500 kV 4-pole motor. ESC is a 35 amp brushless ESC. Probably won't be able to run anything above S2S LiPo on this, but that's okay. We don't need to run anything bigger. I don't know what the gears are going to do. Shocks were made by RCAWD all-wheel drive, AWD. Flysky receiver, and the replacement servo is the same one that's in several other vehicles in the 1/12 scale. Okay, it's pretty easy to find on the internet. I'll give all the part numbers where I got them from in the description below. Okay, so those are the parts. Now, to replace them, I need to get in here. The first thing we have to take off the ESC. The ESC comes with 2 screws holding it in. It's an open ESC receiver with a switch, goes to the motor, connector, pretty much junk. I mean, it gets the job done. Okay, so remove that. And then the servo has 2 screws in the bottom. Remove those. Got a servo mount. There's 4 screws holding that in. Remove that. You got the servo out. Okay. Now, because of the way the ESC was mounted here. There's 4 places to put it down. The axle, or the drive shaft I should say, from the motor to the front transfer case runs straight underneath it. So I have to build a little top plate to hold down, or put over the top of the drive shaft to hold the ESC and the transmitter. Okay, I'm going to do that out of some Lexan, some 1/8 scale Lexan. I'm going to put that on top of here, and we will be able to mount this and this. The cover that goes on here has plenty of room in here to mount both of those. So the best way to cut Lexan, in case you don't already know, is you get yourself a, if I can find it, oh, here we go. Cutter, ouch. Cut my finger? No. Scribe it. Like that. Bend it. And it cracks pretty straight line right on where you scribed it. Okay? Perfect width. Straighten up my edges a little bit. I'll bolt that right onto here above the axle. Make sure that my top still fits. Okay, once you cut that, put it on here where these 4 bolt holes are, screw holes. Make sure that this top still fits. Fits just fine. You can see right here there's a space where the motor or the ESC and the receiver can go. Got fins here that's supposed to blow air into this area. I don't know how well that works, but whatever. Okay, so we'll drill some holes in here, screw that down onto there, and then we'll be able to place our receiver, our ESC and receiver on top of this little plate. Mark the little holes, places for the holes, and drill. Okay, once we've drilled the holes in the Lexan, then we can simply bolt it back on with the same screws that were used to hold down the ESC. Okay, now that we have the base set on there, we need to actually tear apart the back and take out the motor. Okay, as you can see, this whole rear housing is in about 1 million different pieces. And to get it to work, to come apart, you have to remove nearly everything to get it to come apart. There are several screws holding it together. I have removed approximately 20 screws to get this apart. And then the transmission comes apart. Transfer case and the motor. All in one, built into one housing. Okay, so I just stripped one. We'll drill it off. Something you guys may run into every once in a while. Get a drill bigger than the head of the screw and drill the head off. Finally, we got the motor out. Put the new one back in.
Holes line up just fine. Put the motor out. Screws over in that motor are too small for this motor, so it's no big deal that we have to drill them out. And then use different screws to paint it.
the screws that hold the motor in are not the correct screws to hold in the new motor. So that just means we have to dig out some new screws. And of course those screws that will screw in the motor do not fit in the holes in the motor mount. So we'll have to drill out the holes in the motor mount. Okay, I got the motor mount all tore apart. Got the motor back in. Nice thing about the instructions to this car is it tells you exactly how to build the car. It's as if it were a kit. It tells you which screws go where, what parts go where, how to rebuild it, exactly how to build the car. That's something I have never seen in a parts manual before. This is the BG1508 made by Subotech. And again, it tells you exactly how to, and it's in English. Installation of the front gearbox assembly, installation of the rear differential, installation of the front gearbox, how to do the shock absorbers, everything. So kudos to Subotech for the instructions on how to put this baby back together. Okay, we got the rear end back on. Everything bolted up, ready to go. Now all we got to do is change the front shocks, put in the electronics, steering servo, and we're off to the races. Ha ha ha. Alright, we got this plugged in. A little wire management going on here. With the ESC. Keep those wires away from those tires. That's not going to work. we'll use the shock mount, body mount. You'd think it'd be hollow right there, it's not. So we'll make it hollow. Wire management hole. Perfect. There we go. We can mount that right there. Mounting tape. Stick on, stick on, stick on. Gorilla double-sided tape. I find it works really well. Hard to get the paper off, but it works good. I like the shocks on the back now, better than the ones on there before. Even though they only cost $11. They are oil filled. They come half full. I had these on my rock bouncer, and so I'm going to leave them half full for now and see how it works. This truck seems to need fairly weak shocks. It's not a very heavy truck. Okay. ESC mounted. Okay. Put in the receiver. To bind the receiver. Okay, we got everything hooked up. Turn on the transmitter, turn on the ESC, and we're running brushless. Now we need to put in the servo, steering servo, and the front shocks. Okay, we'd use the same bracket that came with the Subotech. Fits perfect. Again, this is an upgraded servo. This servo has 4 wires instead of, or 3 wires instead of 4. There are several vehicles out there that have this. I think WL Toys. Alrighty. Mount the servo back into the mounting screw, servo, whatever you call it. Okay, plug in the servo. Make sure it's centered before you try to put the servo hook horn on, or servo saver, whichever you want to call it. Okay, it's centered. Once it's centered, we can put the servo saver on. Alrighty, that works. Change the front shocks and we'll be finished. Okay, we have the new shocks, new AFC, new receiver, new servo. Everything is working. We're going to clean up the mess here, and next time you see this, it will be running. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.